Greetings everyone, welcome to this channel again. Last time we saw Python syntax using or on indentation, and also we saw one example on conditional statements and how to indent in Python programming. Today we will continue our Python syntax and work on comments. Syntax of comments in Python. Comments, we use comments in Python to explain our codes so that anybody who sees our code can understand. And also we want to now comment on our code so that next time when we come and see our codes, so we can understand based on the comment explanation. So comments in Python are denoted by a hash symbol, as you can see here, and everything following the hash on a line is ignored by Python interpreter. That means anything written this hash symbol following the hash symbol on a line will not be executed or ignored by the Python interpreter. Sorry. So that means comments are for human beings. While Python doesn't have specific syntax for block comments, you can comment out multiple lines by placing a hash at the beginning of each line. So if you have 4 lines of comments, then we will have 4 hash symbol. So let's see this example. As you can see here, this program adds 2 numbers provided by the user. Because it is preceded by a hash symbol, this is a comment and ignored by the Python interpreter. Similarly, there is a hash symbol before this statement. This statement will also be ignored by the Python interpreter, but this will be executed. This is not a comment. And following that, there is another comment which will be ignored by Python. So we want to explain the work of this code. Get the second number from the user and convert it to float. So what this does is it gets input from the user and automatically converts into float. And we want to describe this code. Then we say add the 2 numbers, num1 and num2, and store the result in a variable sum. And finally display the result. So we are commenting, and this is only for human beings so that they can understand what each lines of codes are doing. So let's write this example using our Jupyter notebook. So as usual, you come here and you launch your Jupyter, and then let us come to our desktop and our Python tutorial folder, and you click on new and Python 3 as usual, and let's write our program and let's name it PyComment. Okay, so this is a code cell, and let me start writing. So let's say input a number from user and assign it to a num1. So this means num1 is equal to input. So this enter the first number. Okay, and then let's enter, so print num1. Let's print, and let's see or the type, or what is the data type of this number. Okay, what is the data type of this number? So let's run it, see one by one. Okay, so it waits for input. For instance, if I put 5, and then it is string. Why? Because this function actually accepts a number as a string. So let's change this number into, let's say num1 is equal to float num1. Okay, and let's run it. So it becomes, let's say 5. So this becomes a float because I want to change the number into float. Let's say instead of float, let's say it int. Okay, let's say 5. So this is an integer. So our interest is actually to write a comment. So what does this do? So the following line of code, you can say like this: code converts num1, which is string, to integer, and the below one converts, describes the data type using type command, which is actually built-in command like print. So you run, let's say 5. This input comes because of this input command. So what this means is that it waits user input. So input a number from a user and assign to num1. The following line of code converts num1 to a string. So this line, and this line will not be executed. Because they are preceded by a hash symbol or a comment. So this is the advantage of using a comment, and this is the way how you describe. So let's assume we want to write in 2 lines or multiple lines. Describes the data type, let's like this, and using, so you can write. So I can use 2 double quotes for 2 statements. Still the this is 7, and then run. The cell cannot be executed. Why? Okay, so the first number is 5. Okay, let's input the second number. So num2 is equal to input, enter the second number. So still num2 is equal to int num2. So convert the number itself and assign to this one. So if this actually disturbs you, I can say let's say int num. Okay, integer num1. Okay, let's make it this also integer num2. Then here I can say add the two numbers. So sum is equal to num int num1 plus int num2. So I can print the result is equal to sum. So this is the syntax. What this does is the result will be as it is. You need to put a comma. This is the syntax, and then you type the number sum. So let's run. So the first number is 4, enter, and the second number is 6. So the answer has to be 10. The result is 10. So we can write comments like this, and multiple lines of comments can be written by putting the hash symbol in front of each line. So this is just to show you how comments work. So once again, I want to repeat, these statements are for human beings and are jumped or ignored by Python interpreter. Thank you for watching, and in the next video we will see another Python syntax. And finally, as usual, please don't forget to share, subscribe, and put your comments on the comment box. Have a nice time.